Well, Alex, first of all, congratulations on another baby. So how is life now after post Yair Rodriguez? You're a new dad once again. Did you have surgery yet, or did you?
Yeah, I had surgery. It's loud. I had surgery pretty much straight away. So I literally got home and then got the surgery like the next day. So I'm a professional, so I'm always training. But yeah, new bubs. It's been great. Mum and Bubs are really well. The kids are absolutely loving it. So she's perfect and very happy.
So what's next for you in terms of your fight career? Because obviously a lot of people thought if Aljamain had beaten Sean O'Malley, he might move up to challenge you. That obviously didn't happen. You yourself said probably not going to happen. So in terms of your fight career, what are you looking at next?
Obviously there's you got the Ilia fight that's always going to be there. You got that rematch that I want. I want to be active. Obviously Islam and Charles are going at it soon, so I don't want to be waiting around. So I'll do early next year. I think I wanted this year, but I just think the schedules are just not going to be able to fit me in. I think there's a few champions that need to be fighting, which is fair, but I would have been happy to get one in this year. I really want a free this year, but it's not looking likely. But early next year we'll get it in, and then hopefully another one not too long after that.
Do you think Ilia would probably be the most realistic opponent for you next, considering Justin Gaethje seems to be under the impression that he's going to be fighting for the lightweight title next?
Yeah, most likely. And again, I want to be active anyway, so I don't want to be waiting around. I guess that's one beautiful thing about me. Like at the end of the day, rather than me waiting for a title shot anyway, just keep me busy. I'll fight. It's not like I'm looking past my opponent, but I've got full confidence in me doing my work. In that featherweight division with Ilia. Again, he's tough, durable, but I'll just keep showing that I'm on a whole nother level, and then I got that fight. I think I'm being told Islam wants to be very active, so as long as the schedule still fits the same for me, I don't really care too much.
So in terms of Ilia, what do you make of his skill set in there?
Oh yeah, man, look good skill set. You know what I mean? Does a lot of things right. Like he's neat, but. Yeah, I just believe you need to have more than that with someone like me. You know what I mean? And so I think I'm just going to show that I'm too much come fight time.
Will it be unique preparing for an opponent that you can look at eye to eye rather than fighting up?
So when we did the face-off, I thought he'd be bigger. So I was like, I thought you'd be taller, mate. But yeah, I mean, look how much taller people struggle with my range. You know what I mean? Here I am, the short guy, and people are struggling to touch me. So. It ain't going to be easy for him. So, I'm really looking forward to that one because I know, it's exciting. He will talk. He loves to talk. So hopefully that gets people excited. So, he doesn't mind. He gets some finishes and that as well. So I think people don't mind watching him fight. And that's, so that's good. So let him talk, keep it interesting, and then I'll punch him in the face.
And last one for me, I don't know if you heard, but Israel said that he wouldn't mind headlining UFC 300, but he would actually take the co-main event if the UFC offered you the main event. He thinks you should main event over him. A lighter weight class is usually the one below the heavy one. So what do you think of Israel saying that he would succeed the main event to you?
I mean, obviously, I'd love that, but I'd be more than happy to obviously co-main for him as well. So obviously we're very close. We're like brothers, and he's that's what he's like. He's not selfish. And neither am I. So we're both in the same boat there, but nothing but love for my man. But that's something that we definitely want to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a few things that are there. And again, we all want to be active. So where that is International Fight Week, we want all them fights. Keep me busy.
Alex. Do you feel like that Islam rematch might be like the perfect UFC 300 fight, champion versus champion? That just seems like it's kind of written in the stars a little bit.
I mean, I think so. You know what I mean? I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, for sure. I think that'd be great, especially with me getting my hand raised on that one for UFC 300 would be perfect. But again, we'll see what we can do. But I think that's one of the bigger fights that you can make. I truly do believe that. A lot of people want to see it again. It's very, very competitive, and I guarantee you, I get it done next time.
And you always mention, you want to see these featherweights do work and people show you something. Has there been anyone recently or anyone that you're seeing right now outside of Ilia that's doing anything that's impressive? I
mean, there's a very, very, stacked division. There's a lot of good talent in there, but I guess there's no one really knocking on the door right now except for Ilia. So, and I want that one, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably been other people that have done more work to get a title shot, but we're starting to run out of guys. So, and then he's on a tear. He's undefeated. He likes to talk. He's got a big following over there in Spain and Europe. So people want to see it. And I want to see it. I can't wait to take that 0.
Yeah, what did you think of Max's win over the Korean Zombie?
Oh, mate, yeah, great fight. You know, I thought Zombie, they both looked great, but I thought Zombie, for his last fight, a lot of people thinking that he's done, but I thought he looked very dangerous, looked great in that first round. So I think even Max, I might have heard Max talking about it. He goes, oh shit, he was a lot faster than I expected. I think a lot of people watch fights, you know what I mean, especially with me, and they might be like, oh yeah, he's a bit slower now, he's aging and all that, but I just think it's timing, footwork that makes me, I can make people look like that purely with the work I do. And I think I'm going to be doing the exact same with Ilia.
Yeah, and obviously Max's goal should be trying to get a title shot, fight the best, whatever, but you hear Dana, he was pretty firm in being like, not interested in a 4th fight. Did you like to hear that, just so you don't have to continue to be bothered with that idea?
I mean, I'm not surprised. It doesn't. Especially after. Look, he's doing great. I mean, he's stuck in a pretty shitty situation. He's clearly that good. Clearly good enough to be fighting for a title again, but it just doesn't make sense when you're 3-0 against a guy, and especially after the last one. So it's going to be a hard sell. So I'm not surprised, but. I'll have a good chat with Dana while we're here. Obviously, even him saying he was up on stage saying that pretty much give Alex what he wants. Show my appreciation. I'm in that position now, so I appreciate that. And and again, it doesn't make sense. So I'm not surprised with that.
Alex, obviously Ilia seems to be next, right? But do you think there'll ever be a point where you kind of run out of people in the division? You almost outgrown it, and you'll just have to move up to lightweight properly?
I mean, obviously we're having conversations. I want to be active. I do want to do the whole 2-division, keep busy thing. It is tricky, but I mean, there's so many good fights at lightweight as well. So, there's so many, and it's such a stacked division. So maybe it can keep me busy enough if there's nothing at featherweight. But I mean, who knows? In a few months, there could be someone else knocking on the door, and I'm going to want to stay for that because whatever excites me, I'll be there for it. Again, I want to do as well as I can. I want to leave a legacy behind. I'm obviously pound for pound being champ. Defending multiple times. I wouldn't mind defending a few more. But again, it's got to be the right fights. Right now, it's I'm trying to just toss things together. What do I want? Do I want to hit that many defenses, or do I want to just, while I'm in my prime, do I just want to get the biggest and best fights I can, get that second belt, you fight lightweight, you know what I mean? There's a lot of options for me, which is a good thing. But we'll just see what happens, see what plays out.
Based on your performance against Islam and how great it was, how much better do you think you could be at lightweight if you just dedicated yourself to it? Like, okay, this is my new frame and this is my new division. I
mean, you won't see me change too much weight, to be honest. I move best and I'm strong enough for the lightweights, even at the weight I am. And I've proved that, you know what I mean? I proved that against probably the strongest and the best grappler, wrestler that there is in that division. So I've showed and I've proved. So I want to be sharp. I want to be fast in that division. So, I've been undersized my whole life, man, and it's never been a problem for me. And I think that'll just add to the story. So I'll try and look as small as I can to make the victory look as big as it can be.
Going on back to the Ilia fight, there's something about when you talk about him, I kind of get the sense that you're really kind of excited for that one. Obviously he talks a bit of shit and he got in your face after your last fight. Is there something about him as a person that you're looking forward to fighting, or is there something about his style that you're looking forward to fighting?
He's undefeated. He's got a big following over there in Spain, and he's undefeated. He's on a tear. He beat a guy that was up there. So, and he's pretty much clearly the next guy. So that excites me itself. And then he doesn't mind talking. He doesn't mind getting in people's faces and keeps things exciting. Because sometimes it is like that. You've got to find things. I'm good at it. I'm good at finding ways to get me excited. So with Yair Rodriguez, I just try to I don't need to be motivated to train, but I wanted to find something that was going to keep me excited and really, really give me something through camp. And I looked at, he's dangerous, so I found a way to really, really get me up in the morning. With this one, I don't need to try and look for anything. He's going to talk his shit, and I love it. And I get, the best part about it, we're in a sport where you can make someone pay for it. So I can't wait.
Volk, just over here.
Yep.
Kevin Giuseppe making his UFC debut tonight is obviously a big thing. You're a guy who's been a part of Australian MMA for over a decade now. And I just want to get your thoughts on the growth of the sport here in Australia and sort of how pleasing that is for you to see.
Oh, mate, it's unreal. As soon as they did the deal here in Sydney and even the Mate, like the numbers we are doing here in Australia, like we're one of the biggest markets they have in the UFC in the world right now. Like we're right up there, especially pound for pound for how small our country is, and we're showing you that. That's why they keep bringing pay-per-views here, and we do this deal we did. But look at the opportunities for these talented. Like, mate, I go to amateur shows now, and I'm blown away of how good the Australian fight scene is. Yeah. It's incredible. So you're going to be seeing champions and top contenders, top fighters coming from Australia. Now we've got the opportunity for these guys to take late notice fights, step in, get a contract, set a statement, and then roll on that their career through the UFC.
And just last one from me. You're in the crowd, obviously, this time around compared to Perth. With the UFC coming to Sydney 3 times over the next 4 years, is the next Sydney card something you need your name a part of?
Oh, of course, you know what I mean? That's why we needed, myself or Easy headlining this card. Like, if there's going to be cards over here on this side of the world, you need to have one of us fighting. So, I'm glad he got that. He really wanted to fight here. Like, obviously, we didn't want anyone else coming here and defending belts or anything here on our part of the world. So, I'm very happy he's able to do that. And, if one more's here, then hopefully we both can be on it or myself or whatever it is. But I definitely want to be fighting. My fight in Sydney would be great. No worries. Thank you.